What's up, you guys? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're doing a fireside, asking the tarot cards what messages urgently need to make their way to you now. We're going to start with Aries. We're going to go through all the signs. Those will be time-stamped below in the description box as well as the comments area. If you guys would like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Aries and cross watchers to send you good juju, only love and light in this place. It lifts us up to lift you up. Say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, anything that you feel comfortable with. That gives us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. Basically gives us permission. And one person had a beef with that. They said, ooh, cool card to start with. They said, who needs permission for prayer? We always need permission to enter anybody's energy. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, Aries. If you like this reading, if this reading resonates to you, please help my channel grow. Help me make you my day job by liking, by hyping. Thank you so much. We start with a Lover's card. We're only taking the cards that fly out. If they fly in reverse or on their sides, we read that differently. We read that, wow, you got the Star. I'm distracted, I'm sorry. You got two really powerful cards in the center. Okay, let me unpack this a little bit. What's the Lover's card for our Aries? Okay, this is a relationship reading. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm going to be straightforward. This is all about, we got the Lover's card, and in clarity, we got Two of Cups. So this is not just any relationship reading. This is like, who the hell is my soulmate reading? But we have an energy here that is slow. There's a setback here. Interesting. Now, I know that things are a bit vague. I'm still getting out more cards because I want to be as helpful as possible. So please bear with me, Aries, that I'm a little halty in your reading. It'll get smooth soon. Okay, we're gonna need more cards, but let's start here. So the first energy that pops out, of course, is relationship. Now, I'm not quite sure if this person has made their way to you because we have some slow ass energy coming around the corner. There's a choice here, and this is about divine partnership. You don't want to waste your time with anybody who isn't your person. Clarity in that at all? The cards are acting kind of funny. It makes me frustrated. I'm a Pisces and I just got super Aries with you. Why am I frustrated? They're intense, right? Okay, so the Strength card, it's like you're holding out for somebody who's like the real thing, but we got Pentacles all over the place. Are you working with an Earth sign? Are you dealing with a Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo? It's taking the strength that you do have, but the Strength card doesn't come out when things are super easy. It's like, I think the King of Pentacles is in your midst, and I don't think this is your energy at all. This is really grounded, it's stable. Some of you guys might complain sometimes that it's boring, but you kind of like it at the same time because then you're going to be your pizzazzy self. Then opposites attract. This is totally your opposite energy, but like a really great energy. It's solid, really solid. But here's the thing is we've got somebody who has had setbacks. It's like they've stopped moving towards you. And we've got this weird blend of happiness, but also anxiety. I'm wondering if I'm talking to any Aries that knows somebody's gonna pop through, somebody's going to be knocking on their door, so to speak, but it's taking forever and it's really testing their patience. Do you see how I got like super fiery for a second there with the cards? I just wanted clarity. I just wanted straightforward. Cards fly out, but they're getting kind of sloppy and hesitant and flipping in the deck, but they weren't fully coming out. We read the cards as soon as they start collaborating with us. So we read that behavior before we even see the symbolism. And it was clunky, right? Well, this is a clunky energy. What's interesting is that it's like, you know, it's going to work out. What's this Nine of Cups? Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing is at play. And so I'm talking to a lot of Aries that probably have a sense of humor about their impatience, but impatient, you want it to work out. In the meantime, it's like you might feel a little cut off or a little isolated or lonely. There's some anxiety here, maybe some worrying. Is this going to come through? And I gotta say that the feeling in your reading is an absolute yes, but it's like saying slow your roll. Like, I know you don't like it, but you know it's gonna work out. Now we have all these beautiful bright yellow. Do you see how much yellow is in your reading? Yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm so aware of all this yellow, the star, the chariot, the Four of Wands. This is stability. This is the other earth sign face card. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles out. If you've been waiting on an individual to do something that represents your value, like stepping up to the plate, giving, asking you to marry them. It's got this energy of like waiting for them to do this thing, this gesture that shows you that you are valued and loved, and that indeed your partnership is real and it's solid. This is the Six of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of marriage cards out here. We don't have the Ace of Pentacles yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see if it comes out. Now, if marriage is totally off the plate and you're not looking at that, this is about stability. It's about like, I want my person to show up. I want them to be real and solid and stable, and I'm not messing around with any whimsical, floaty, half-ass love. I need my human. It's very intense energy I feel right now. But we have the Star card. That is getting your prayers answered. That is getting your wishes come true. Despite a tough memory. So there's something that happened in the past connected to all of this that was not easy. Okay, that's the Six of Cups in reverse. There could even be, for some of you guys, children involved. But I want you to know something, that there is a real triumph coming here, the triumphant energy of the Chariot. This is fast moving. You're going to see results. You're going to see something beautiful occur, despite the tough memories attached. What do we need to know with this Six of Cups in reverse? Yeah, you've stuck by your convictions. You've stuck around standing up for yourself and what you believe in this whole time, and it's going to pay off. The energy is going to start speeding up. But why is this Knight of Pentacles in reverse for my Aries? Three of Cups. Do you feel like they're making their decision? Do you feel like they're kind of caught up in their social life? Is there a third party energy here? What is this? Oh, coming out of disappointment. Okay, this person is getting over something or somebody. This could be somebody who's like detaching themselves, cutting cords with their past, or maybe even a friend group. We've got the Three of Cups, which means that they've been preoccupied and it slowed them coming towards you. There's been setbacks. But the Five of Cups in reverse suggests they're coming out of disappointment, they're coming out of sadness, and they're going to be looking at you. In the meantime, I think you're a little worried. You might be feeling cut off or isolated, a sense of lack or loneliness, a misunderstanding possibly, but guess what's happening? Six of Swords, healing, leaving choppy, chaotic waters. And even the cards are responding differently. Going towards smooth waters. I love this for you, Aries. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I could stick around actually forever on your reading. It feels good. Just try your best to be patient, my loves. Okay, going on towards, going to our Taurus reading. Hi, Taurus. I'm just gathering up Aries cards. Boy, if you're dealing with an Aries, seriously, if you're dealing with an Aries right now, listen to Aries reading, because it might be talking about you. Anyway, that's just for some of you Tauri out there. You guys, if you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Taurus and cross watchers to pray for you, only love and light at this channel. It lifts us up to lift you up. Say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, and we are happy to send you our good energy. That gives us permission, basically, to even come close to you and your energy. Only love and light. I feel that with my intention. If you enjoy this, please hit the like button and the hype button. Help me make you my day job. So just trying to grow that channel, right? What's coming towards my Taurus? What do they need to know? Ace of Wands, passion. You guys have been having some awesome readings. The last one that I did was a little bit about like facing some challenges, but aside from that, like, boy, some really fun readings. You guys, I just started doing these all sign readings. I figure it's kind of fun and easy to cross watch as well, but please let me know what you think of them. Usually I spend all my time doing single zodiac signs, but I know I enjoy them when other readers do it. So if I'm going to continue, because it takes a long time to get through the zodiac signs, I want to make sure I'm barking up the right tree. All right, you guys. So we start with this passionate card, the Ace of Wands. This is an opportunity landing in your lap. It's most likely, it's passion driven. So it could be a project. It could even be like a sexy new passionate crush in your life, but it usually comes along with a verb, right? It's an action card. We do have kind of a tough decision here that's hanging in the background. We're gonna have to talk to the cards a little bit more about that. In the center of your reading, we have a fiery energy represented by the King of Wands. This is somebody who's very much focused on success, moving forward in their lives, their visions. They can be quite accomplished or even ambitious. And they're fiery, they're confident, they enjoy demonstrating that confidence, and they oftentimes get a lot of attention. So they can be a fire sign. Emphasis on Aries. If you are dealing with an Aries, go check it out. Knight of Cups, we have a passionate, I'll say a love offer of some sort. Now this could be friendship, but it's oftentimes connected to romance. The Knight of Cups is somebody who's acting in a vulnerable way from their heart space. They want to show you that they like you. And then we have Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is reaching milestones. It can be celebrations. I always connect it to home and stability. So even if it pops up in a relationship or a work reading, I'm like, cool, this is solid, you know? Okay, so let's unpack these. What's our Ace of Wands here for my Taurus? What do they need to know about Ace of Wands? So yeah, we're asking basically the cards today, what messages urgently need to make their way to you? Emphasis on urgent. Oh, this decision that's tough to make, that maybe you've been stalling out on, is actually looking really beautiful. I'm giving you a sneak peek. I'm jumping ahead, but I have to say the Devil card in reverse. This could be the answer to your prayers in the sense that it jumps you out of a patterns of some sort, a cycle. It frees you. It frees you of some sort of toxic cycle. Who's this King of Wands for my Taurus? Oh, yeah. I'm wondering if some of you guys are asking, can I trust this? Can I trust this King of Wands? Or is it a possible failure to launch? Is it a false launch? You don't quite trust it with the Magician card on its side. You're wondering, is this manipulation or is this one-night stand energy? Is this person like entertaining other offers? We do have the Hierophant, which is your energy, Taurus. And this is about what we commit to. And we have love coming again. So this is love landing in your lap. The Ace of Cups, you have two aces. You have two aces, and they're both the most passionate romantic aces. I'm trying to see this through another light. If this turns into kind of a money, life, purpose reading, I will let you know. But so far, it really feels kind of like there's a passionate opportunity landing on your lap. Somebody's coming towards you, or somebody's already there. I don't think they're coming towards you. Let's just see. One sec. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. So this is about wanting a commitment in love. And I think you're kind of like, I don't know if I can trust this. This person might be really different from you. They operate different, and it's just natural. It's not, I'm gonna ask the cards if you can trust it. But there's healing here. So either this person coming towards you, either you're mending things with them or they're coming towards you as a healed individual. They've been working on themselves. What is this? Coming out together. Keep an open mind. They want you to keep an open mind too. I wouldn't be surprised if they told you that. 10 of Cups is harmony and beautiful alignment with all of your relationships. And we've got the open-minded, enthusiastic, bubbling over Page of Wands here. This has such potential, I gotta say, Taurus. Lastly, what is this solid card of the Four of Wands for my Taurus? Oh God, you're humming and hawing. They do operate different than you. I mean, stereotypically, as an earth sign, you like going towards a sure thing. And I think I'm only speaking to some of you, but you see impulsiveness or a quick moving energy and over passionate as maybe red flags. But so far, this person seems to be pretty legit. And we are going to ask directly if you can trust it, but you're getting the Two of Pentacles in regards to reaching a milestone with them, or like making this a thing, this solid thing. And I think that's where you get a little befuddled, a little confused. What can I tell my Taurus about that? What's going to be most helpful for them? That they are coming towards you slowly. They're actually uncharacteristically slowing down their energy because they don't want you to get freaked out. They want this to be a success. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest messenger in the deck, okay? They are carrying a coin they're trying to get on your level. So they're trying to adopt some characteristics to mirror you, but it's not natural for them. I feel like their natural pace is quicker, and they're afraid of misinterpretation. They know that you'll see it as a red sign, a red flag. The Knight of Pentacles is a solid knight, and that's why he's so slow, because he wants it to be a success. So he's crossing his T's, dotting his I's. And I say he, but gender's not attached to this. So I'm smiling only because I kind of dig your cautious energy. But I want to go back to our very first card here. What is this? I've got my fuzzy pants on. It's so cozy. What's this card? Are you putting out this fire? What is this? Trying. Ten of Pentacles. What is this stuff? Death 2. Do you have in your head, Taurus, that things have to be a lot more work? They have to be harder? This is the closing of an old chapter. The Death card to the World card. I have a feeling that this has something to do with the cycle that you are coming out of. You are breaking a cycle, a vicious cycle. And I think it has something to do with the ease at which you can be happy, the ease at which your future can just unfold. We've got the Intuition card, High Priestess with the Strength card. These are all major arcana, all 4 of them. There's 22 in a deck of 78. That's not subtle energy. You got to let something go in order to take advantage of this passionate opportunity, but it has long-term growth attached to it. This is legacy, inheritance, building wealth, building a home. 10 of Pentacles. Sometimes we're scared of failure, right? We all have that fear, but sometimes we're scared of success. At the bottom of the deck, we've got you're worrying, 9 of Swords. You can take it slow, listen to your intuition, and consider, if I were to break a pattern in relationships, what would that look like? And I'll leave it there. We're gonna go on to the next reading. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Please like and hype if you enjoyed this and help the channel grow and other Taurus like yourselves find this reading. Going over to Gemini. Gemini, hi. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Love my Geminis. So Gemini, we're asking the question, what do you need to know urgently? Like, what urgent message does Gemini need to know? So whenever you see this, that's when it was meant to find you. And we've been getting some really good readings today. If you guys like this all signs reading approach, please let me know. I'm paying close attention because it does take a long time to do, but they're fun and it's easier to cross-watch. But I don't typically do them. So I'm wondering if in 2026 I should change it up a bit. So I'm listening, let me know. And lastly, if you enjoy this, please like and hype, help the channel grow, help me make you my day job. I appreciate you. All right, what's coming towards my Gemini? What do they need to know urgently at the time of viewing this? If you'd like to pray, if you'd like me, Geminis or cross watchers, to pray for you at this channel, say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji, whatever you're comfortable with. That gives us permission essentially, and it gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy, Gemini. Ooh, we got cups already. What is this? Oh my gosh, we got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. All cups, 8 of Cups, one more and then we'll unpack them. What do my Geminis need to know? I like these cards. Tell me about the King of Cups, please. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wow. Okay. Page of Cups. Thank you for your patience, Gemini. We already have your energy out. Boy. Okay. Okay. Queen of Cups. And we've got the 8 of Cups. Okay. This is quite a storyline coming out. Okay. So we have a couple people in your reading, Gemini. First of all, we start with the King of Cups. This individual is, they're mature emotionally. They enjoy being compassionate and nurturing to others, but they've been, I think they've been struggling on healing. I think that they have quite a relationship with building with prayer and healing and trying to work through something. But there has been some murk they're getting through. Like they're confused about something, and that could be the approach to which they have in their healing, or it could be whether or not to forgive somebody. So either way, they're kind of in their world. Now this person is usually there for other people, but they've definitely been challenged with, I think, trying to heal with something. We've got some really powerful cards though representing this, so it feels like they're coasting right along, but they're definitely in it. We have, I'm going to read this energy as you, Queen of Swords, representing air signs. There's a belief that things are going to look up, become light and playful again. In regards to Gemini, your energy, we've got the Lovers card. But I don't think you can see around the corner. It's like you can try as you might and use your intuition, but there's a lot that's kind of hidden from you right now. But what you would like is, there's almost a miracle energy attached to this. It's like, throw me a bone, come on, like make this work. You want things to get lighter and more playful, and it seems that it is really possible. Most likely in a relationship, but what is on hanging in the balance is I feel it's somebody else's choice. Now it could be that it's this King of Cups. It feels like this King of Cups is trying their best to work through some stuff, and it's very authentic. So your energy is hopeful, and it's in order to get the results you want. I think there needs to be a collaboration. You're almost waiting on others. You can only do so much, right? And I think that this is not coming as a surprise. We do have the Queen of Cups here. Bear with me. Can of worms, Gem. What do we need to know about this Queen of Cups? What the hell is this? Strength. I feel like for some of you guys, I'm talking to you about family members. I'm going to take the Strength card and put that back in. That's only for a few of you guys. It almost, we have the Queen of Cups coming through, and they are in their feels as well. And they're trying to be emotionally mature as well. They're very aware of, at this point, they're open to communication, they're open to new ideas. And I say king, queen, he, she, but gender is not attached, okay? So Queen of Cups is a little bit of a younger energy than the king. But they're open to ideas, they're open to information. They want success here. They are so in alignment with their intuition, and they're really listening to that overall. So to be clear, they're open to communications, new ideas, and all that stuff up here, but they're gonna, at the end of the day, they're gonna go with this. We have the Chariot card symbolizing that they're willing to compromise in order to make something work, because it's like success in this, or getting from point A to point B and making progress is the most important thing for them. And it's taking a little bit of strength here, but they are determined to have. The sun is beautiful and it's coming out. So there's this impulsive energy coming through. And that's really interesting to me, because it's definitely, there's some sort of scenario going on unfolding in Gemini's life. I don't know why you got all these energies around you, but the need for them to be impulsive is huge right now. And it's almost the way that they are reacting. It's out of character for them. But there's the Strength card is coming through with the Empress in reverse. So this is wanting to be successful. Again, another message of wanting abundance, wanting to be successful, wanting something to grow so badly that they're allowing an impulsive characteristic through. It's a bit of a Hail Mary energy, but it's not as desperate. It's more like, let's throw things at the wall and see what sticks. We are gonna have progress here. And I like it, actually. I like this energy because it's kind of taking the good with the bad. It's looking at, it's not ignoring the fact that there's some sour to the lemonade, right? But they're just like, we're gonna keep dumping sugar in there. We have, this is a big one. Somebody's leaving something behind that at one point they cared greatly about. But the truth is, with the insight, the awakening, the clarity that they have now with the Ace of Swords, this is making it easier for them to look beyond into the unknown and see that there might be greener pastures. So they're taking it on faith that what they don't know could be much better than what they've experienced. And actually, the truth is, Gemini, that this is a huge spiritual step. With the Judgment card, this is a big spiritual promotion, or a promotion of self-growth, okay? We have the Page of Wands with the Four of Pentacles. And what this is there's an interesting, this is so Gemini, because, you know, Geminis, you kind of have the twins by reputation. This is the combination of keeping an enthusiastic attitude and trying to keep an open mind and be adventurous, but at the same time being discerning. So keep tucking in your resources, especially money if this is something to do with money. But you're feeling very much right about something, and you might be. And then Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is about money, self-worth. What is this? I think this is where there's some conflict. I think you're not afraid of challenge here or even competition. You know what you want, and you know that you're going to have to keep your mind open to a certain extent in order to get it. King of Pentacles. So this is all about stability, about growth. And if it's not about literal wealth, it's a really interesting mush of energies because there's other people involved. If it's not directly about wealth, this is about value. And it looks like there's a lot of determination coming through your reading. I hope that that is helpful. Let me know. It's a very interesting scenario. I couldn't tell you I couldn't take a guess. I mean, I could like write a little soap opera about it, but very dynamic situation going on. All right, you guys. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Freya's here to interrupt our reading and get as much attention as she can. You know what I found out, Cancer? I thought she was an Aries. I thought this cat was a little Aries. And I know we do that, don't we, with our fur babies? Other people might think it's silly that we do this. We look up their zodiac signs. But I found out that she's actually a Pisces. Yes, she is. Another water baby. All right, you guys. Who cares, right? Like Tyler's tarot. He always says, who gives a shit, right? You guys, if you'd like for me to pray for you, if you like other Cancers and cross watchers at this channel to send you good juju, it lifts us up to lift you up. Say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji, whatever you're comfortable with. And that gives us basically permission to dabble with your energy, right? Only love and light in this space. I seal that with my intention. Nothing negative gets through. And, but it gives us something we can focus on that represents your energy, basically on the material plane. We're doing a little fireside chat today. We're asking the question, what does Cancer urgently need to know? What my Cancers need to know? I'm gonna give that one more shuffle. You guys, let me know what you think of these all signs readings. I don't typically do them and they take a long time. So of course I wanna make sure I'm barking up the right tree. But if you enjoy them, I know that cross-watching is a lot easier. I like them for that reason. Let me know and then I'll do more. And lastly, if you, you got the Knight of Swords. If you resonate with this message, if you enjoy this channel, please help it grow. Please help me make you my day job, basically. All right, so let's reveal these. We start with clarity and aha moment. This is Ace of Swords, knowledge basically landing in your lap. We have the High Priestess. So now we have your intuition shaking hands with this knowledge. The Knight of Swords is clear communication coming from outside of yourself now. We got somebody coming towards you. Could be via email or phone call or showing up at your doorstep. We've got the Eight of Swords, which is personal challenge. This could be ways that you are thinking that could be constricting you from an opportunity or a point in your life right now. And we have the Chariot card, Cancer energy. This is moving forward. You know, despite the potholes, flying down the road. I love that. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel, suggesting that you are in divine karmic timing in your life. So everything that's led you up until now is perfect. That's your confirmation, but it's also, it can mean a couple things. Sometimes it means people are coming back into the picture, or sometimes it means that life is just moving forward and bringing good news. So we'll get a better idea. I'm gonna unpack this right now. Ace of Swords for my Cancers right now, what they need to know. The Justice card, you're getting information about that clarifies maybe an injustice, how something might have not been fair. It might, I feel like this is gonna add a lot of clarity for you Cancers. If something was hard to make a decision on, it just felt foggy or confusing, maybe you were procrastinating on this decision, it's because there was something that was off about it. There was something that was unfair. Whatever this clarity you're getting, it is going to make this all very clear. And at that point, it's like a switch turns on, and from there you can start this new journey. You can start this new chapter. This is the Fool card, and it's really beautiful and bright. But it seems that you needed more information. I feel that there's gonna be an aha moment here. And now your High Priestess, your intuition is kicking in. I like this. What's our High Priestess energy about? Healing, recovery. If this is not even matters of the heart, but it's even like your bank account, this is recovering your money, right? Tell me more about this energy for my Cancers. You're making fresh plans. All of a sudden, things start to get more balanced out. There's a positive note to the cards. This is not necessarily starting the journey yet, but you start going into the planning phase. There's a clearing out and a fresh energy that replaces the old. Knight of Swords. This is what you need to know about this communication. Coming towards you, swift and urgent. Somebody's coming towards you. Abundance, Empress energy. Tell me something. Why this? Okay, I feel like you've been waiting to hear back from something. This feels very like whoever this is that's contacting you. I feel like they are what's standing in the way between you and growth and abundance and possibility, and not in a mean way, but it feels like, okay, they are an advisor or a lawyer, or this represents a contract. It's a hoop you have to jump through. It's not very fun. It's fact-based. It's very logical, but it's like you can't really move forward until you hear back from them, and you're anxious because I think you are afraid that something is going to get rejected here. Now, there is a small chance that this Knight of Swords is just an air sign, or they're air-like, meaning they're very practical, very logical, not emotional at all. Typically, if this is like, I'll give you an idea, if the King of Swords represents a profession, it would be advisors, lawyers, surgeons. You get the picture, right? So not really soft, fluffy, they're all about facts and truth. So you are going to be getting a notification or communication from this individual. Okay, where we go from there. I do love that the Chariot is here in your reading, but let's not skip over the Eight of Swords. Why do we have the Eight of Swords here for my Cancers? Don't worry, Cancer. Don't worry. Things are still manifesting. You know what? There's this saying I had an old coworker tell me, and I love it. And she said, everything is figure-outable. Everything's figure-outable. And that's this is what your cards are saying. It's almost like your brain, if you let it go rampant, it's going to tease you with heartbreak here. Eight of Swords with a Three of Swords here. This is what sneaks in. And usually when we have the Eight of Swords, it's because you experienced this type of disappointment in the past. And so there's this little thing in your brain that's trying to keep you safe, and it's keeping this low ceiling of expectation. And it says, hey, Cancer, don't get your hopes up. Da, 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 da. You might have to stay here. You may have to stay in this spot, and you won't be able to leave. And we have the Magician card. And that is absolute manifestation. Listen, you've got the Magician card, Cancer, and you have the Intuition card, the High Priestess. You're fine, boo. You are fine. Let's talk about this Chariot. Hey, if you got hoops to jump through, you're gonna jump through them. Everything is figure-outable. Thank you, Sarah, my coworker from the past. She's jumping into your reading today. There's even a sense of like, could all be lost? Could all my efforts go out the window? Don't worry. So if you're worried that like, yay, if there was the possibility of an event here, this turning and going badly, or even something outside of your control occurring and shaking it all up, you do not have to worry anymore. This is a bullet dodged. The Tower card in reverse with the Nine of Swords reversed, it's very clear. You are making progress, you're making headway. Be patient with yourselves, of course. And you know, with the Eight of Swords, we can do this really interesting thing where we can entertain it all. We can acknowledge our fears, and we can acknowledge that low ceiling of possibility where we tell ourselves to adjust our expectations, don't get our hopes up. We can also, at the same time, entertain exactly what we're manifesting. Everything is figure-outable. This is about recovery, healing, making plans. When your intuition kicks in and you're no longer up here, but you're here, look at the cards that come out. Making fresh plans, movement forward, recovery. It's a really good feeling. So keep on keeping on, my loves. Say hi. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to Leo. Hello, Leo. Leo, you gorgeous son of a gun. As we gather the cards, I just want to invite you to say hi. If you'd like for us to pray for you, if you'd like other Leos and cross watchers to send you their good energy, we're all connected here and it lifts us up to lift you up. Say hi in the comments section. You're welcome to leave an emoji if you're shy like myself. Basically, it gives us permission to connect with you. And yeah, I do think we need permission. That's the respectful thing. But also it gives us permission to, or it gives us a way of connecting, something in the physical plane that represents your energy. We got Freya here saying hi. She's such a ham. You'd think she was a Leo, right? I know that all my Leos, not all of you guys are extroverted, but you certainly have a reputation. What do you think of that? I think it's fun. Whenever I meet a Leo, they let me know that they're a Leo. And then I always think, because I'm a Pisces and we can get in trouble together, I always think, well, this is gonna be fun. All right, so if you enjoy this reading, please hit the hype button or the like button. Please feel free to share it. Help me grow so that I can make you my day job. That's my goal. All right, what's coming towards my Leo? We're asking the question, what urgent messages does my Leo need to know? Please make it clear. We start with the moon energy, speaking of Piscean energy here. Why do we have the moon here for Leos? Wow. When the cards fly out, we pay attention to not only the behavior with which they fly out, but we also pay attention to how they fall. If they fly in reverse, we read them that way. If they fly on their side, we read them that way. I just want you guys to know how this is all going down. What is this? Wow, you guys, okay, this is really straightforward. What you don't see yet. The moon represents not only what is hidden from us in the moment, so this feels a little bit futuristic, I'm gonna be real with you. Telling your future. But also, this dances with our fears and our subconscious. So, especially for my Leos who have been entertaining a fear, and particularly with a relationship. Now, this could have been a family relationship, it could have been a partnership. That's none of my business, and it's not so important actually. What you need to know is that y'all are gonna be working it out. There are some hard memories that lie between you and them. There's some events, or maybe there is some pain around another person you were close to. It's gonna be different for all of you guys, but the energy is the same. I want you to know something. The Ten of Swords upside down is like, it feels like it's an ending that doesn't have to occur. This could take a harsh left turn and dramatically and suddenly, even a sense of betrayal for some of you guys, but it doesn't happen. Instead, y'all work it out. The Three of Pentacles, and you might even get a mediator involved. The Three of Pentacles is a collaboration card, and what I love about this is what follows in your reading, and that's the Empress, and this is abundant. It's total abundance, and it's also saying, don't underestimate me. I might start out real small. Like I might start out with an idea, a collaboration, an apology, a mediation, but I can grow really big. I can grow into what you never knew was possible. What is this? It's the World. Who is this just messing with y'all? Somebody has, I think, some hidden control issues, and I don't think this is you, Leo. I think it's somebody who's just stalling, making things unnecessarily difficult. Hanged man on its side. It's like, I don't know, maybe we'll keep making progress, maybe we won't. And it's because they haven't gotten closure in something. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards in case you read along with me. Queen of Swords. This could be an air sign, doesn't have to be. I will let you know that this person is very much in here, in their heads, maybe going back over facts and, finding, they're all about boundaries. They're all about truth. They're all about their hard line. And it's because the World card in reverse, they haven't gotten closure with something. They haven't let go. And the thing is, the World, when it's upright, it's a beautiful new beginning. It's like, yes, sorry, this one. Yes, I can't wait to start this phase of life. But it's like they are holding on and resisting. And this is not coming as a surprise. You can feel the resistance because I think it's affecting the timeline of this, the Hanged Man on its side. But the beautiful thing about the Hanged Man on its side is it doesn't say no completely. So they're open. They're trying to be open. The Page of Wands. They're trying to summon up the enthusiasm. But there's also this contradiction of spinning one's wheels, wasting some time with the Emperor card. to, I think, convince themselves that they have more control of the situation. And maybe they just need that, you know, maybe they just need that. What do we do with that? That's my next question for you guys. If I were to speak on behalf of Leo, let me ask it this way. What does Leo need to know in order to move this along, to have the best case scenario play out? What does Leo need to know? I'm not going to take that. Super direct. What's this? Eight of Pentacles comes out in reverse again. This turns out okay. We have the Sun card and we got the Magician card. You can make lemonade out of this. This is workable, but there's like this rejection here, or this dismay that needs to be acknowledged. And it's almost like there's a very mature voicing in this combination of cards, Leo. And I feel like the maturity is actually on your side of things. It's saying, hey, Leo, it's a little bit of an eye roll. We know what they're doing. They want you to know that they're apathetic, or they're not very into this. And they are wasting time. They're, you know, it's almost as if there was work to be done or progress to be made. It's almost like they're treading water and just spinning their wheels on purpose. And so it's almost compassionately looking at that and being like, okay, so now what do we do with that? So now we know what this individual is doing, and what do we do with that? We can work with this. This is malleable. We can create from this. It's a quite clever energy coming out. Anything else I can tell my Leos about this? Like, how do we turn this on its head and have the best outcome? It all comes down to information and clarity. So this could be, if you were on talking terms with this individual, they need to feel in control, and they're doing a bit of a control move. Wasting time, dilly-dallying, da-da-da. By acknowledging it in a compassionate way. Now, if you are on talking terms with them, it could be like, hey, you know, I'm just noticing something's a little bit off. Do you want to talk about it? You know, do you want to, because I think they are trying to be open-minded here, but they're struggling, and it's all about their control issues. And that could be because fill in the blank. Maybe in your scenario, their ego's wounded, maybe blah, 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 blah. But being open to it and being like solution-based, okay, cool, I see you. So what do we do with this? What do you think we should do? You know? Anyway, the Ace of Swords at its heart means clarity, an aha moment, an epiphany, and it's a breakthrough energy, usually connected to ideas or communication. So apply that to your scenario, of course. Leo, if you like these all sign readings, let me know. Yeah. I want to make sure I'm barking up the right tree. I like them a lot, but I want to make sure you do. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go on to the next reading, which is Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your all signs reading. We're going to be asking the question, what urgent message needs to make its way to Virgo at this time? If you'd like for me to pray for you, that offer always stands. If you'd like Virgos all around and cross-watchers at this channel to send you their good energy, only good energy too. I seal that with my intention. Say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji, whatever feels right to you. And that gives us not only permission to connect with you, but also something in the physical plane that we can focus on that represents you. All right, let's get right into it, Virgo. Virgo, if you like these all sign readings, they do take quite a bit of time, and I enjoy doing them, but I just want to make sure that I'm barking up the right tree. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I usually spend all my time doing single zodiac signs, but these are kind of fun. All right, what's coming towards my Virgo? What do they need to know urgently right now? We have the Nine of Swords. We've got one kind of hanging here. Two of Cups. Why is this still in the deck? But it's like, I've never seen this before. It's not ready. Oh, it is ready. How did it fly? Upright. Okay. Two of Cups, collaboration. You got some anxiety, maybe some overthinking about a partnership here. Maybe somebody who you feel is a soulmate. Two of Cups is not a subtle energy. This is soulmate energy. But you are in your head and possibly losing sleep. We've got the Three of Pentacles here, which I really want to unpack because that is making things work, moving things along, collaborating. We've got the Queen of Swords. One more for my Virgo. What do they need to know? We got a bunch more. Aw, we're going to take all of them. The Ten of Pentacles, long game, patience and perspective, and then a passionate opportunity. This looks like a really good reading. But why are we, at the bottom of the deck, we got the Death card. I was going to say, why are we anxious? Oh, you're feeling hopeless and left out and maybe lonely, isolated. Maybe you aren't talking to this person. I'm holding these cards up because some of you read and some of you guys want to look it up. Star card upside down can be the illusion of hopelessness, right? This feeling of like, man, your prayers are going unanswered. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles, which is a sense of lack, basically. It's like, it can be loneliness, isolation, maybe just misalignment. So you're feeling it, I'm sorry. But we have this Two of Cups that was hesitant to come out of the deck. Tell me about this Two of Cups for my Virgos. There's time and effort you've already put into this relationship. You would want it to pay off, but you're wondering if that will happen. The King of Swords comes out. We so far have two face cards. They carry an energy of non-emotional logic, truth. So what has led us to this point, right? I think there's some details. There's something that one could easily voice. Maybe these were, maybe this was an event. Maybe this is something somebody could list, basically. It's not just a feeling. It's like somebody could write down on a piece of paper what has thrown this relationship in this place of humming and hawing, is this gonna work, type of thing. So what's going on here is that either both of you or just one of you is really working over events, really thinking about it, thinking maybe in terms of like, is this right? Am I okay with this? Where are my boundaries with that? You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the head. So Freya's here to comfort you. I am, and show you her butthole. Just facing the direction, girlfriend, come on. All right, I got you, Virgo. Three of Pentacles. This is working together, collaborating. What's this Three of Pentacles? We have two cards coming out. A fresh possibility of a new start with the Four of Cups. It's our Queen of Swords, Virgo. Man, so many swords, y'all. Well, if you're wondering if this person's gonna like come towards you, there's definitely been some humming and hawing and setbacks. I wouldn't wait around for it for too long. If you have this idea, and now I might be speaking to the cross watcher, but somebody might have the idea that like with a little bit of collaboration, like maybe we get a mediator, we get a little therapy, or maybe we work together on this, that we can have a new start. That's not going to feel in alignment with somebody here. So it's, now go with your feeling and throw this out if it doesn't feel right, Virgo, okay? But it would be the false start. It would be convincing yourself of something that would be convenient, but it would require way too much work and it would put you further away from your intuition. So it's not going to be as easy as like, well, we just get a little advice and help on this and we start something fresh, because I think somebody doesn't really a fresh start is not what somebody wants here. And I'm saying that because we've got the Fool card clarified by the Four of Cups. This is not exciting to somebody here. Now, it does seem that this is going somewhere, but the easiest, like the most convenient solution of a fresh start is just, it's steering somebody off the wrong, it's off the path. The High Priestess energy in reverse, it's like counterintuitive. That's literally counterintuitive. The Judgment card in reverse is suggesting this is not the lesson you signed up for. If there's such thing as our souls planning our lives, which a lot of NDEs, if you get into NDEs, near-death experiences, they say that we do. If you entertain that notion that we do, which I like, then this would actually not be in alignment to your soul's path. It's just not supposed to unfold that way. We do have some, with the Queen of Swords, who's somebody who's very fact-based or very much running through events in their heads. It could be just an air sign for a few of you guys, but they are all about boundaries and all that. There's shady energy, meaning like there's a lot maybe going on behind the scenes for them. There's a lot of conflict and maybe even competition out there that they are connected with. What do we need to know about this? This is somewhat vague. What do we need? Why are we getting these cards? Figure outable, the Magician. I think this is actually still in motion. It's not, it hasn't landed. It hasn't taken form yet. What I can tell you right now is that things are still unfolding for the Queen of Swords, that they're considering maybe like there's a deception energy that they are combating, and maybe that is not so much a deception now, but maybe they don't trust a situation, and so they are entertaining that. And this is all still in formation. This is all still, the Magician card comes out suggesting that what is forming here, you are going to be coming, this is about you. I think that this is Magician energy with you. You are manifesting something, and the first thing that you're going to notice in you is that you're going to start coming out of this Nine of Swords. You're going to start coming out of this over-worrying, this stress came out on its side, meaning that you're kind of coming out of the dark. You're realizing, like, I can only do so much. And then what I love about this is it turns in your favor towards a passionate opportunity. So I think you're becoming very aware of the voice in your head. We all have a voice in our head, right? You're becoming aware of the voice in your head that might be jumping to conclusions. If this is you as the Queen of Swords, then you're very much like you're wondering what you don't know. You might be spending too much time entertaining things that are stressing you out. And at the end of the day, you know that you can only control you. And so it's this breakthrough, I think, that you make yourself of like, my brain is not always my best friend. So what else can I focus on? Let me take this energy and create with it. And seriously, we can do that. We can write a song with it. We can go for a long run with this energy. But what I love is this is very grandiose, and I want to spend a second on this. The Ten of Pentacles is big picture stuff. Where is your foundation? Where is your wealth coming from? How are you building your family, your wealth, where do you want to be in 20 years is basically what I'm trying to say. You've been granted a very different perspective based on what you've been through with this individual. Okay, and that is the Hanged Man energy. It's ruled by Pisces, and the thing is it's a perspective that you would never have gotten had you not gone through this experience. And there's something about this perspective that is affecting your long-term growth. And here we have, at this point, a huge opportunity that lands in your lap. It's a passionate opportunity. I'm going to get a new deck of cards. What is this? I don't think I've used 3 decks of cards with anybody's reading so far. What is this? Ace of Wands? Yeah, you know you need to stick by your guns. You might have certain parameters in your life that make you feel safe and stable in the world, and you know you need to stick to those, so keep on sticking to those. We have the Ten of Cups coming towards you in light of, let's see, of the 5 of Pentacles. And so if this is going from 0 to 100, I'm no joke. This is what you were feeling earlier when your brain was playing all those tricks with you and maybe suspecting things and humming and hawing and worrying into the night. This is going from there to total happiness. So stick by your guns. Know that you've been granted a perspective out of all of this. That's the gold. And it's affecting your long-term wealth and health and stability. And know that things are actually turning around in your favor with the 10 of Cups. That's very strong in your reading. All right, you guys, please like and hype. Help me make you my day job if you enjoyed this reading, if you found it helpful. We're going to be going on to our next one, and that is Libra. Hi, Libra. You've been getting some strong readings lately. You guys, we're doing an all signs reading, asking all of you, or on your behalf, what urgent message do you need to know right now? And if you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Libras and cross-watchers at this channel to pray for you, it lifts us up to lift you up. So say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji if you would like for us to have something to focus on that represents your energy. That's what it's there for. Okay, so you guys, I've made a music channel for you. I'm not telling every sign this that I forget, but I gotta remember. It'll be a link in the description box below. It's relaxing, calm music to reset your nervous system. I love feedback. I love making music for you guys. I'm a songwriter and a producer, and you guys are my new project. So let me know what you like. All right. Please hit the like button, the hype button, whatever you feel called to do. Help this channel grow and help me make you my day job. Okay, what is coming towards my Libras? What do they need to know at this time? Urgent message for Libra. What do they need to know? Ooh, coming out of heartbreak, a death card. What? Started with some drama, but good drama. Keep on going. We'll get some clarity here. We watch the behavior of the cards, and as soon as they fly out, we read them how they fly. That's just what we do with this channel. And I don't do certain layouts or anything. I don't do I don't know why I can't think of the word. It's probably because I don't do it. I have a conversation with the cards. So we are coming out of 3 of Swords. This is heartache. There is something that is leaving your life, but it's opening the door to new things. This is equivalent to, you know, a tree, a deciduous tree letting go of its old crumpled autumn leaves in order to let new blossoms in. It's a very good thing. We have hanging in the balance, maybe a decision to be made around something, or it could be something that's been giving you a little confusion. We have the Knight of Wands coming through. A passionate energy is knocking on your door. Somebody wants to engage with you. We'll find out more in a moment. And we have the hanging in the balance as well, the Star card, which is kind of this feeling of like, oh, could this be it? Is this coming true? I prayed for this. Could it be? That energy. And then we have another individual, the Queen of Swords, who could be an air sign, or they could just be very fact, logical, based individual. So let's find out more. What's this 3 of Swords? Hanging in the balance, we got happiness. You're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel with a certain situation or chapter in life. What's this Death card? Ooh. Tell me more about that. So I love the Tower card because it's just proof that the universe is engaging with you. Sometimes to get from point A to point B, we kind of need help with the orchestration. And that's what the Tower card does. It throws an event, no matter how big or small, into our path that we can only react to. We don't have control over it. The beautiful blessing is that, although bittersweet, because we hate losing control to this degree, the beautiful silver lining is that it's pushing us back onto the right path. There's an event that in your life that you didn't have much control over that is bringing into your life this ending. And this ending is very much due. The Death card comes out not like the 10 of Swords type of ending that can be abrupt and sometimes come with betrayal. You know, the Death card comes when you are done with a certain thing and you need to make room for new fresh energy. I think when this occurs, Seven of Wands on its side, I think there's going to be a little voice in your head that says, yeah, okay, that's kind of what I wanted. And you have you can make your choice. You can make your decision at this point because it's on its side. You could wobble either way. You could play victim. You could say, gosh, this happened to me. Oh my gosh, and I didn't do it, you know? Or you could say, I think I kind of wanted that to happen. Okay, so it's your choice. But either way, it's speeding up, again, the message of 10 of Wands, the closing of a chapter. The light is at the end of the tunnel. You kind of tired, you're kind of exhausted. This is an exhausted energy. Came out with Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is glow up energy. It's like somebody who is very confident in who they are. They run by their instincts. They get attention. They are standing with their back straight type of thing. As you see more light at the end of the tunnel, we'll say, I think this is a glow up representing you. What is this Two of Pentacles for my Libras? Okay, this is about a choice around a relationship. It's a little murky, a little foggy. We've been doing a lot of these readings lately for you. Yeah, definitely check out your readings. It's about how you're going to move forward in this relationship and what to expect next. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, it's important to note, never comes out by accident. It's a reminder that you are karmically exactly where you're supposed to be. So all events that have led up until now, even if they're Tower of Moments, they were there for a reason. So it's just basically confirmation. But what about this cloudiness? It could be reprioritizing, humming and hawing. There's a choice to be made here. It's like what every Libra dreads hearing. A choice. Oh my God, I gotta make up my mind with something. Just kidding. But not. I hope you're smiling. Yeah, what holds value? There's an offer here. I think it's for some of you guys, somebody's gonna be offering you something and you're gonna be like, I don't know about that. Other people would be like, oh my God, that's amazing, Libra. They asked you to marry them. Or, oh my gosh, Libra, they gave you this. Because it's to show you your value. So it's like a gift that they're offering. And it could be in the material world. But either way, I think that it offers more of a commitment. And Libra, it's saying, keep your mind open, you know? Keep your mind open. There's a lot of enthusiasm. There's also kind of a spark of youthful, not naivety, but there's an innocence of like, hey, it's got golden retriever energy. That's what it's got. We've got somebody coming towards you. It could be the same energy. I think that this is the individual more that it's talking about. Tell me, this is a very passionate, enthusiastic individual. And then the Wheel of Fortune again on its side. Tell me more. King of Pentacles. They could be an earth sign. They don't have to be, but they're actually pretty solid. So on the outside, they're coming towards you kind of with a golden retriever energy, kind of like, let's do this, let's do this. But actually underneath that surface, they're really grounded. They're really earthy. So if they're showing you this side, come on up. If they're showing you this side, not this side, woo, let's turn that around. If they're showing this side to you that is like youthful and almost like a teenager and passionate and almost impulsive a little bit, it's not something you'd see day to day once things got normal and comfortable. They're actually coming across very earthy and grounded and solid underneath that. But I think you just kind of drive them wild in a good way. And we have the Judgment card attached to that, which suggests that this is actually attached to a much bigger purpose in your life. This individual is representing a huge growth spurt, like a spiritual promotion, self-growth. And it could be for many reasons. The energy is the same. You guys are all going through different things. Maybe this person is totally different from your usual type, or maybe this is a huge leap in trust, fill in the blank. But I would like you to know that there's really good energy attached to them. Now we have the Star card, which is that feeling of like, I don't know, could this be the answer to my prayers? I don't know. Okay. What do we want to know about that? This is your urgent message. Oh, God, you feel so out of control though. It has to do with trust, you guys, that leap of faith. Oh, and it makes me feel a little squirmish too, right? Like if you make this leap and put your trust into this individual, they might have too much control. So So there's a conversation hanging in the balance that has not been had yet. What is that conversation, Libra? Because you just got the Knight of Swords on its side. So much can be bridged. Such a big gap can be bridged with a conversation. And the thing is I think this person knows, and they've been thinking about coming towards you already. The Knight of Swords on its side, it's hanging there. It's the elephant in the room. The thing is, Libra, here's your energy, the Queen of Swords. What do we need to know about your energy? I have a feeling that it's going to give us some gold. I feel really strongly, I feel like you're kind of wasting time so that you can like process all this. Spinning your wheels, running down the clock. Because I think that the Nine of Swords on its side here, I think that you're just like really in your head, and that's okay about this decision. It's a tough decision. What really feels strong is the writing, the space between the lines, reading between the lines, I'll say. Sorry. So let's take that as an interesting sign. She just knocked a dime off of the table. So we are hearing money. We are hearing this hit the ground. I really feel like a lot of this could be worked out with a conversation. That's the elephant in the room. That's the writing on the wall. That's the writing, what is it, reading between the lines. All the analogies, all the metaphors. All right, you guys, I'm going to move on to the next reading. I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if it was. Scorpio, hello, darlings. My fellow water babies. Giving you a little virtual hug. You guys, we're asking the cards today what urgent message needs to make its way to you. And if you'd like for me to pray for you, lift you up with good energy, say hi in the comment section. And that invitation is for all Scorpios, all cross watchers to do for each other. It lifts us up to lift you up. What is coming towards my Scorpio at this time? Was anybody alone for Christmas? We don't talk about that much, do we? I was alone for Christmas and I made you guys a little video. Some of you guys saw it, some of you guys didn't. I took it off down at about 1 o'clock. It felt right to do that. It was just kind of, and it's interesting. Tell me what that was like for you. If you've been through a Christmas alone, it can be strangely empowering for some people and it can be devastating for others. Tell me which one. I think I felt the rainbow. I felt the rainbow. It was really cathartic to make a video though. Take you along with me. All right, what's coming towards my Scorpios? You guys, if you enjoy this reading, if you enjoy this channel, please hype, please like, and help it grow so that I can make you my day job. Thanks. All right, at the bottom of the deck, I love that we've got the Star card. Good beginning. What do my Scorpios urgently need to know at this time? Please make it clear. 4 of Wands. Okay, so generally speaking, without getting any other cards, whoa, you got an intense reading already. How perfect for the intensity matches the Scorpio. I love it. 4 of Wands talks about reaching milestones. It can also talk about things that make us feel centered, basically. So it can be home, it can be our community. We have next the Judgment card, which is not subtle energy. The Judgment card represents growth, big growth. It could be spiritual growth. It could be graduating to a different point in your life. It could be a big promotion at work. Then we have the Moon card, which represents Piscean energy. This is that which you don't see. Pay attention to your dream world and your subconscious. This is where your intuition might be really high. But also, when we can't quite see something around the corner, we can't see it in the material world, but we can sense it. Sometimes our fears have a way of leaking in, and it's really important with the Moon card just to kind of call it out and not let fears take over. It's just the unknown. There's nothing wrong with that. We have the 7, speaking of the unknown, we have the 7 of Swords upside down, which means that something's being revealed, and I can't wait to get into these cards. There's a little part of my brain that loves a good soap opera. But this all looks really good because you're going towards a huge victory here. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have another beautiful, hopeful card, which is the 10 of Cups, really positive. So let's unpack these. 4 of Wands for my Scorpio. What does this mean? 2 flew out. Okay, so wow, okay, right on. You are reaching a milestone, and it's something connected to letting go of an old chapter that's been somewhat exhausting. It could have come with a sense of obligation to yourself as well as others. But what it's allowing is this new chapter of independence, okay? So it's very much tied up to your independence. And you're doing something, in closing this chapter, you are specifically doing something that will make you happy. It's like giving yourself a pat on the back when you get the 9 of Cups. So we start off really strong with an achievement of sorts, of closing an old chapter, embracing your independence and what uniquely makes you happy. You're doing something that you're not doing it for everybody else, you're doing it for you, and you're gonna thank yourself. Future Scorpio is thanking present Scorpio. What's this Judgment card? I think you're changing up plans. This could have been something that needed attention, something that could have, this is like long game picture, what you're building for the future. This has been where your test is. Your test has been in allowing yourself to recognize that maybe you were at one point just going towards a future you did not desire. And that's the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. There was something a little bit off about it. And by just facing it and being very honest, you are now feeling back to yourself again. You're feeling centered, your Scorpio self. And that was the test, boo. And you succeeded. Or you're in the midst of succeeding. Tell me more about this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The truth is, something about this 10 of Pentacles, this kind of imbalanced future that you were at one point working towards, came with the Devil card. And the Devil card is not a good energy. It talks about addictions, toxic patterns. So that was what was off about this, is that you couldn't turn a blind eye to some kind of pattern. And you're like, you know what? I gotta be generous and compassionate towards myself. Bring it to a stop, close this chapter. Like, you're not gonna go careening towards a future that represents a pattern of toxicity. So what's this Moon card? This is where it's gonna get real juicy. You got it with the Sun, the Moon and the Sun together, and you know what it's sandwiching is the action of making plans. And you might not be telling people these plans. And that's okay. It's not out of spite or anything. It's just that it's very personal to you, because the plans are what is carrying your healing. Okay, so I'm going to say that another way. 2 of Wands, it's not necessarily taking action yet. It's allowing yourself to entertain new possibilities in your life. You could be writing these down. This could be a pros and cons list, but you're actually letting yourself explore things that you genuinely want. Not only that, but you're asking the world, so to speak, you know, this could be your community, it could be a travel card, but you're looking out kind of into the vista and asking, what can you give me? Like, what do you have in store for me? And then what do I have in store for you? Based on my experiences, what can I give the world? And I know that's really like kind of idealistic, but that's the 2 of Wands. Now, attached to the 2 of Wands is your healing. So sometimes there's a little bit of like, take the first step and the rest will follow. And it's going to make you very, very happy. So again, it's cloaked with the Moon because I think that you're diving deep on this one. I think in order to make this big change, the test, right, is facing your fears as well. Like, oh my gosh, this is talking to the Scorpios out there that like have a dream or have that motion, that moment of like, oh, sorry about that, Scorpio, my battery died. But it gave me a chance to start the fire again for you. So what I was saying is, this is like you got the chance to see what your life would look like down the road, and you're like, okay, no, that's not sustainable. And you're changing it up, and I'm really proud of you. So what is the 7 of Swords? Something's being revealed, something that was like hiding. It was like behind, somebody had pulled the wool over somebody's eyes, you know? So what is this? Oh, my cat's sneezing. Let's take it as a good sign. This is 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, getting help with something. There might be help with something that made you sad. Girl. Something maybe you felt a little bit tired out and helpless with at one point. You are letting go of something that was dragging your energy and into a hopeless place. With the Ten of Swords, this is abrupt. This is a needed ending, but it could have been really kind of shocking or abrupt. But I think that there was, what's interesting is that there's like the words, I'm not a quitter, comes through. But the cost of not quitting was going to drive you into a dark place. So what is this collaboration card? Doing things unorthodox. You might be breaking your own rules to do this, but I think you're going to be really happy. So all this is being revealed basically. And the Six of Wands is total victory, and it's over Five of Pentacles. So if you felt recently or in the past like you were disconnected, isolated, you're going through your own thing, nobody understood, or you felt just depleted, scarcity is the Five of Pentacles. Woman, really? I'm sorry. She's sneezing, poor thing. That's what you're getting victory over. That's what you're getting victory. I think that there has been, it's like there was a road you could have gone down that would have been pretty dark, that would have led you towards isolation, would have led you into a place of scarcity. And I think you save yourself from it. It's a total victory. It's a real positive change. And it's all with this truth. There's like some kind of truth popping out. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the abundant card of the Empress. This is about letting yourself grow and be wealthy in experiences and love and abundance and all the good things, but it all hinges on this Judgment card, this test. I love it for you. All right, you guys. I'm going to keep on going. Please like and hype if you enjoyed this. We're going to get into Sagittarius. Hey, Saggy. How you doing, Saggy? You guys, I've been really loving your readings lately. Some of you guys have been dealing with a partnership, some sort of collaboration that's been pretty impactful. That's not going to be every Sagittarius, of course. But anyway, check out your other readings if that is you. You guys, if you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other cross-watchers and Sagittarians at this channel to send you their good energy, it lifts us up to lift you up and vice versa. So say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji, and that gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. We're asking the cards today, Sagittarius, about what you urgently need to know right now. So whenever you clicked on this reading, that's the idea is that's when it was meant to find you. And let me know if you like these all signs readings. I kind of like them because it's easy to cross-watch. I enjoy them myself, but it's a lot of time, you know, sitting here for a long time. So I want to make sure I'm barking up the right tree. So let me know. What's coming towards my Sagittarius? What do they need to know urgently? What do they need to know? We have the Hierophant, okay? So this is how you commit yourself to maybe your beliefs or to one particular thing. It rules over institutions as well. The Sun. Whoa, you won't even stay in my hands. The Sun card. Ah. What else for my Saggies? What do they urgently need to know? The Five of Swords. Being true to yourself. Sticking to your guns. Sideways is the Moon. We're going to unpack all of these cards, but I like to give you a sneak peek about what they generally mean. Tell me more about that Moon. For my Sagittarius. Okay, cool. And then lastly, Wheel of Fortune. I'm catching you in the middle of something transpiring. So, you know, life goes in cycles. There's death cycles, rebirth cycles, there's stagnant cycles, processing, all that. I'm catching you during, the wheel is mid-motion while I'm catching you, which is exciting. But of course, I feel like the biggest favor I could do for you right now, Sagittarius, is to see what's coming next. Naturally, You want to know? But the Hierophant, it represents, how we commit ourselves to things. And then we've got the Sun. We've got the Five of Swords, suggesting that you are feeling very much in your convictions about something. You know you're right about something. And then we have the Moon card on its side, suggesting that you're not quite sure how something's going to pan out. If it's going to be, if it's going to kind of be successful, it's going to give back to you. Sorry, my cat's been sneezing. Get it out, girl. And we have the Wheel of Fortune working in your favor. This is bringing good news for you, but we do have you kind of paying attention to the messages and the communications coming in. I think you're waiting on either money, or you're waiting for this Knight of Pentacles to show up. And the thing is it's slow and very deliberate. So it takes its time. Patience is required. I think the King of Wands here is you. So it almost feels like a relay race, where like you're waiting for that baton to reach you. You are in the running stance, you're ready to go. You can feel the energy from your ankles all the way up to your heart, but you're waiting for that baton. And this Knight of Pentacles is like, derp, 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 you know, and it's a little frustrating. But Saggy, even though you're a fire sign, I think that you know how it works. You know that you gotta wait for it. But it's on its side. The Moon is on its side. So be aware of, your imagination and fears that can creep in. And it's supposed to not, you're not supposed to know yet, right? That being said, of course, let's unpack these. What's the Hierophant? Woo! Okay, they all want to come out. When you get the Sun in your reading, even if it comes out in reverse, it's still a really good energy. What I like is that my Sagittarians feel really spiritually aligned. And then you got the second big spiritual card. So yeah, so Saggies, I don't think you could be in a better situation spiritually. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. Yeah, I don't think you could be in a better position spiritually and emotionally right now with the High Priestess and the Hermit card. Tell me more about this Five of Swords. What are you feeling so right about? Partnership. Two of Cups. Now, if this is not romantic, then it's like a really special partnership. It's the type of partnership that you want. Why are you feeling this way? You feel a very certain way about a new beginning, like that you could take this partnership into. And it seems, let's ask about what's coming next. I think that we're all kind of convinced, we're all interested in finding out what's next. Because there's an unknown here, and I want to respect that. The Moon card is attached to something that only time will tell, but you want to know if it's going to work out. And this is that moment where I was using the analogy where it's like you're in a relay race and you're waiting for this baton. Now, this could be some hoop that you need to, jump through. This could be hearing back on a business venture. This could be hearing back from a bank, or working together with somebody who basically is going to allow you to take off once you hear back from them. Okay. So what's next for my Saggies? King of Cups. What's next for my Saggies? Who's this King of Cups? Okay. And then what? Okay, it looks like, now of course, listen to yourself above all else, never give all your power away to tarot, but according to tarot, what you can anticipate is that regarding, it feels like it might be the other person in this partnership, but a little event is going to jump out in their life that is going to affect, it's going to shift responsibility. What it's going to do is they're going to have to tend to whatever this event is, okay? This is something they don't have control over, and it's meant to do just this. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the partnership. It's not severing the partnership, but it's almost like you're going to have to take you're going to be working a little more independently than you were before, while they possibly tend to this. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be a little bit of a moment where you go within. And what you're doing there is you're processing a lot. When I say go within, you might just need to shut out the noise. You might have an afternoon or even a whole week where you're like, hey, you guys don't bother me. I just need to figure this out. What's happening there is this little alchemy. And this is where you're really going to feel that hermit and that high priestess energy. You're going to feel guided. This is at the point where there's a bit of an ask, you know? And what happens is really cool because we have, it's funny because when I was talking about this, I don't know if you heard it go by the phone, but my cat, for no reason at all, just started running the other way. And it made me think of the relay race. So you are blossoming as a leader through this situation. You don't expect to happen. So the irony is, it's almost like you're waiting to hear back from a bank or a form or a contract, something, maybe even a permitting, in order to take off, like my cat did, take off with a baton. But the irony is, I think that the dynamics in the partnership had to shift so that you're working a little bit more solo. And that's when you take off. So this event is happening. Anything else we need to know here? The moon card, that's what's been hiding all along, is a shift. Boy, I'm so glad with these all sign readings that I don't have to come up with specific titles, because this is so epic that it overwhelms me. Like, how would I put this into a title? So when you stand back, the bottom line is you have other energies around you that are orchestrating your success. Not only your success, but this partner's success. They will have kind of something that jumps out of the unknown that they have to tend to. And while that happens, I think you're steering the ship. And meanwhile, what occurs is that you come into your own, you blossom as the King of Wands, you graduate to more of a leadership role. And I think that you really glow in this role, because the King, of course, is at the very top of the hierarchy of face cards. And there's no gender attached to the King. The King represents the master of their domain, the master of their skills. And specifically, this is the skills of leadership, confidence, ambition, and vision. It's people really like the King of Wands too. It's an attractive card, I will say. All right, you guys, I love that reading for you. Let me know if it hits. We're going to go on to our next reading, which is Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. I'm so happy you're here. So we're asking the cards today, what urgent message, I like that there was a pop right there. What urgent message do you need to know right now? And of course, it goes with this offer. If you'd like for me to pray for you and send you good energy, if you'd like other Capricorns and cross watchers to send you their good energy, it lifts us up to lift you up. Say hi in the comment section so we have something in the material plane representing you that we can focus on. You guys, a lot of you know this already. I made you guys a music channel. I'm a singer, songwriter, and a producer, and I thought, man, it'd be really cool to make music just for you guys. So I've been asking, what kind of music do you like to listen to? And we settled on, at least for this channel, there'll be more. I'm gonna do a sleep channel too. We settled on calm, relaxing, meditation music. So that link will be in the description box below. If you haven't gone over there, it's the imagery. You'll laugh because it's definitely an escape. All right, what's coming towards my Capricorn? What do they need to know? You guys, if you like these all-star readings, sure, let's go with it. All sign really. I wonder how many times I've slipped up and called it all-star today. All sign readings, let me know. I don't know if I'm barking up the right tree. Usually I go one by one through the zodiac signs, but this is kind of fun. It's easy to cross-watch. We have Judgment card. Tell me more. Why are we getting the Judgment card in reverse? That's a fun combination. What's going to come about from this conversation or this clarity? Options. Okay. All right. Haha. Okay, so every reading comes out in its own unique way. We're having a conversation with a card. So this is how they want to come out for you. There's some delays in what would be a big growth spurt in your life? So this could be quite literally like a promotion at work, or it could be something kind of spiritual, but it's stepping up. And the thing that's unique about the Judgment card is when we step up, we never retreat back. And I always use the analogy, you've heard me before, it's like going from crawling to walking, right? But you need to turn over first. It's like you need to first recognize that there is growth possible. When we get this upside down, it's almost like there's been a delay, and it feels, in your reading, self-induced. Like kind of one of those like, I don't want to do that, do I have to? Kind of thing. But that's our Two of Pentacles. But I don't think you're blind to this opportunity. What really drives it home, it's like you can't escape it. It's this feeling of like, it's just in my face. What really brings it close and personal is a communication of some sort that comes to you with swift energy. This is fast moving, this is urgent, this is like, hey, knock, 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 Capricorn. And it's going to bring to light a lot of opportunities or options. Now, not all that glitters is gold, so it's important to do your research, to look closely, not just take things, just take the first impression of things. But I mean, of course, I'm a big believer in following your gut, your first impression, your gut speaks to you. But like look a little deeper, for instance. All that glitters is not gold here, but you're gonna have options. What I love here is that's when Nine of Cups happens. You're going to be very proud of yourself at what you decide to do. And this is where we see the transformation beginning. So basically you're dragging ass in the beginning. I hope you're smiling. You're dragging ass in the beginning. You're kind of like humming and hawing. And then somebody else, like an outside entity, makes it very clear to you that this is something you got to deal with. But hey, silver lining, here are some options. Let's get excited about it. But don't be sucked in by illusions. So look closer, and then you're well on your way, boo. Done. Reading is done. I'm just kidding. Let's keep on going. That's just one line of cards. What does my Capricorn urgently need to know? Who knows? Maybe that Knight of Swords is me. But the thing is you're the captain. So if nothing's resonating, then it's not yours, right? If something's resonating and hitting for you, write it down, or take note. There's definitely this theme of a growth spurt, and you be leveling up. And this could very well have something to do with money and investing, or investing in yourself. There's something that you would have to, I think that you'd have to kind of get ahead over the competition. And this Five of Wands can mean competition. It can mean confrontation. In this case, I think for most of my Capricorns, it's actually competition. In order to get ahead of the competition, you're going to have to be willing to be the student again in some area. You're going to have to be willing to build a skill set or research more. And that, boom, lands you at King of Pentacles, which is where every Capricorn wants to live. Like the master of their domain. This is also very much, it's an earth sign card, but this is at the top of the pyramid, right? As far as the hierarchy of face cards go, it's not gender related. It's the king is at the top of their game. And so it looks very good for you if this has something to do with finances. It looks like you're making smart decisions, you're cruising, you're doing really good. What else does my Capricorn need to know? On its side, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the curiosity of, or the worry, you could say either way, is this going to pay off? If I make this investment of time and effort, if I make this leap to learn more about this, will it pay off? Seven of Pentacles. And so what's good about this being on its side is it does make you grab a magnifying glass, and it makes you be discerning with where you do put your energy. And it's quite a literal energy, like for instance, you're not going on a hunch, right? So this might be you doing a little of this, a little of that, and then watching what the results are. Okay, and then doing a little of that, and then being like, okay, we need to course correct a little, okay? In order to attain the results that you want. I think that you're very, very clear on what kind of results you do want. This is more about the dragging ass. No, this is more about a vote of confidence. Like, you totally got this. What else for my Capricorns? In reverse, we have, there is an impulsive energy coming towards you. Stick to the rules would be my advice. That impulsive energy, there's don't be impulsive back. Now, there could be good intentions attached to this Knight of Wands in reverse, but Knight of Wands in reverse puts the cart before the horse frequently. And so what I think you're meeting it with is the Hierophant, which is, no, we got a way of doing these things. There's a structure, there's a reason it's there. Let's go step by step. And Capricorns, you rule that. You're so good with like applying a structure to something that might be overwhelming or intangible. Like you want to know, even on a social ladder, right? You want to know who is who and who to network with, and there's a goal in mind. And so Capricorns, you really, you can really shine with this. So I think you're not going to budge. You're not going to be swayed. And this is kind of a big proponent to how you're making some sort of, I think there's a sense of recovery or, what is this? That's a weird card to come out. Oh, it's who you're collaborating with and how you're doing it. And it's course correction. That's what it is. Okay, so you're course correcting by hitting the books again, or the rule books, so to speak. What do we commit to, and what is the structure around this, and how do we do this? Let's not put the cart before the horse just because we're passionate. Really cool. Lastly, you know what I want to do for you? I haven't done this with anybody, but this feels right. One shuffle. We're going to get an oracle card for you. For my Cappies. The time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change. Does that resonate with anybody? All right, you guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like, the hype. I want to make you my day job, so help this channel grow. All right, so we're going over to Aquarius, my Aquarii. Hi guys, my Aquas. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna see what the cards have to say. We're asking the cards today what urgent message needs to come through for Aquarius. If you like these all sign readings, by the way, they're pretty new for me. I usually just focus on each sign one at a time, but they're kind of fun, aren't they? So let me know what you think. I don't want to spend all this time barking up the wrong trees. So let me know. If you'd like for me to pray for you, Aquarius, if you'd like other Aquarius and cross watchers of this channel to send you their good energy, it lifts us up to lift you up. Say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji, whatever you're comfortable with. And that gives us something in the material world that we can focus on that represents you. Speaking of representing you, this is the Star card. This is getting your prayers answered, and it's a bridge to hope and renewal. Feeling seen. It's a hallelujah. We've got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. For my Aquarius, what do they need to know? Something's being revealed here. There's the Death card suggesting something's moving out of your life at the right time because it's making space for something new. What is this? Seven of Swords, okay. Yeah, we got Seven of Swords in reverse and the Moon card in reverse. They both say the same thing, which is basically something's being revealed here. About a collaboration. I think that you're going to be working solo in a new manner. It doesn't mean that this collaboration is going to hell. In fact, you might be just taking a new role within the collaboration. And I don't know, it could have something to do with your home. But whatever it is, it actually realigns you. This is looking very good. It's a good reveal. So it could be that something on paperwork is all of a sudden noticed and you have to take matters into your own hands. Or it could be like, basically you're coasting along and something was working underneath the surface the whole time. And thank God it actually surfaces, so then you can deal with it. And it's somehow going to play into your uniqueness and your independence. Now, Aquarius, if you're working, this has a lot of connotations, like connections to property and investment and ownership. So this looks good for you, and be prepared to, if that's the case, be prepared to take a little bit more of an independent role with it, like steering the ship. What is this death card for my Aquarius? Okay, yep, you're setting a new course, and it's going fast. And I want you to know that you are in the right with the Five of Swords, that this is moving out, something is moving out of your life. Maybe it's an option or whatever the course was set to before, you're changing direction. And it has something to do with stability, with money. It's the smart thing to do. There's no emotional cards here. There's no cards suggesting it's an impulsive decision. It's like, it's almost like you're not really given a choice, but in fact, things start flowing really well as soon as this happens. So as we go towards the Eight of Cups, this could be a different investment. This could seriously just be you being like, you know what, there's too many hoops to jump through, or there's just not enough flow in that direction. I'm gonna look over here. So what does over here mean? Let's see, for my Aquarius, yeah, we're just can't help but notice you're not too enthusiastic about something you've been working on, something that you've thrown your heart into. It's just lost its shine. So it's a tough decision, the Two of Swords. I think what makes this a little easier is you start to see the speed at which it starts to flow and pick up. Tell me more about that. Yeah, okay, so anything is better than wasting your time spinning your wheels and possibly wasting your money. And this becomes very clear that that's what you would be doing if you stayed the course. And so while you might not know what's lying in the hills beyond, you know that those pastures are greener than this one. That's when I said wasting time, possibly wasting money, these are the cards for any of my Aquarius who like to read alongside with me. This is the apathy card, the disinterest and rejection card of the Four of Cups. This is the tough decision, Two of Swords. And if you were to force a decision, like to go forward, you'd be ignoring your intuition, and your intuition is frankly too strong. The Eight of Pentacles upside down means that you'd be wasting your time spinning your wheels in the wrong direction and possibly losing money. What is this Star card? I think this is all stemming from the Star card. This is that Hallelujah. I think that the universe is kind of throwing you a bone here. What's our Star card? Yep. The fact is that there is a bright new possibility and opportunity that you're actually meant to take. This is opening you to a new opportunity. Let's get a new deck of cards. We've already used a lot of these cards. What's our Queen of Pentacles? I love how grounded the energy is. It's not very much in an emotional place. There's a lot of practical skills coming through here. What's our Queen of Pentacles for my Aquarius? Two flew out. We have the Emperor and the combative Five of Wands. Taking control even if others don't like it. Taking control of finances, taking control of your future, taking control of that which makes you stable, and making new plans, the Two of Wands. You are redirecting a new course, setting a new course. And I have a feeling that there's going to be at least one person who's like, oh, I don't know, Aquarius, and you're going to be like, you don't care. There's no emotion attached. Three of Cups, tell me more. The Devil. Right now, the devil is your friends. No, they're not bad people, but this is not a good time to fall back on what they would do or fall back on what they think of you. The Three of Cups to the Devil suggests that there might be a pattern around your supportive energies. And they could be the ones who are being combative or being oversharing. What is this? Maybe it's even over partying for some of you guys. It's like, no, it's not the time to party. Wait. Yeah, I would, if you're having any hesitation around certain energies that are usually supportive or call you their friend, listen to that hesitation. Now is not the time. You need to follow the beat of your own drum. Aquarius, Three of Pentacles. This is all about the right kind of collaborations. Intuition is so strong here. I love that we have the High Priestess to compound that. Okay. Yeah, be aware of distractions, and you might have somebody coming forward who wants to collaborate. What is this? What is this? Oh, wow. We have somebody who wants to support. Now we got some emotional cards. We do have somebody coming forward who has no skin in the game except to support you. And it could be romantic or not. It doesn't really matter. They're coming towards you as an act from the heart. There's no money in it for them. And it's going to feel light and fun and playful. And that's who you can collaborate with. Now, you don't have to be like, okay, you're going into business with me. No, that's who you can share with. That's who you can trust. We have the Empress attached to this. This is a very attractive, abundant energy, along with a miracle energy, playful energy of the Page of Cups. This is feeling light and it's feeling fun. And they just want to be there for you. That is all. The Knight of Cups is like in your corner. They don't care like the nitty-gritty detail. They just want to lift you up. That's cool. That's really cool. Lastly, anything else that my Aquarians need to know? What do we... Yeah, okay, so Queen of Pentacles again. Okay, so this is all about your stability, making solid, sound decisions. You know what's right. Stay away from the people who make you doubt yourself. You have the High Priestess with your Four of Wands for a reason. You know that you're going to get to this milestone, and you're doing it... largely solo, like you can count on yourself basically, and don't let that intimidate you. That's actually a really good thing. This is what you're going towards. The Ten of Pentacles, long game, longevity, legend, like this is legacy, inheritance, setting yourself up for the future 10, 20 years down the road, and the Queen of Pentacles for the second time. This has got a lot of responsible energy to it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's very much about money and your investments. All right, so Aquarius, I'm going to go over to the Pisces reading. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like, hype, subscribe button. Let the algorithm know you enjoy this. Help me grow so that I can make you my day job. What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your tarot reading. We're asking the cards, what urgent message do you need to know right now? And if you want me to pray for you, if you like for other Pisces and cross watchers at this channel to send you their good energy, it lifts us up to lift you up. Vice versa. So say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji, whatever you're comfortable with. And that gives us something in the material plane that we can focus on that represents your energy. You guys, let me know if you like these all sign readings. I typically do just single readings for each zodiac sign. These are a lot of fun, but they do take a lot of time. So I want to make sure I'm barking up the right tree. Okay, Pisces, what do you urgently need to know right now? How many Pisces spent Christmas alone? I did. How was it? Some people think it's like it really feels empowering to them, and for other people it's like devastating. I myself felt the whole rainbow. I made a little Christmas video of it for you guys that I did take down at midnight. Felt appropriate to do that. Why do we have so many reversals? Tell me one more. What is my Pisces? Of course it gives me two. Whenever I say one more, it gives me two. It's tarot making fun of me. Okay. All right, Pisces, are you ready? We're gonna go on a ride. We start with the Ten of Swords. This is a sudden, abrupt ending. We're gonna come back to that, but we're gonna keep on going right now and give you the general energy. King of Wands is actually a really confident character. They're all about the vision of the future, their ambitions. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse is an energy that is not coming through, or it could be a flaky energy. Somebody who might be a little more focused on appearances, doesn't really have a lot backing their word. We'll find out which one that is. Queen of Swords in reverse is also another character who is probably reacting. Queen of Swords, when they're in reverse, can be a bitch, but probably for good reason. Who knows? They set down boundaries. They can lash out. They can say things that are like truthful but harsh. The Page of Swords in reverse is an immature energy, suggesting that there might be some, crap talking. And the Seven of Cups with the Knight of Swords is acting on, this is a conversation coming your way. Very kind of vague though so far. Pretty dramatic for a Pisces reading. But why do I get the sense that this is actually working in your favor? When Pisces are put in situations where there's so many swords, especially in reverse, that means the shit is hitting the fan for somebody, and it's probably not Pisces. Because Pisces, when you're put between a rock and a hard place, you oftentimes you do react in compassion first. It's like, what do you get when you squeeze an orange? You get what's inside, you get orange juice. Pisces, you have a big heart, and you oftentimes go first to compassion and empathy before you go to swords energy, which is, okay, we're gonna battle this out. All right, you asked for it, here's the truth, and it's gonna hurt. That's where we're going with this. So, okay, the Ten of Swords, if you're still with me, let's get into it. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing, is this ending was already kind of in motion. It was supposed to happen, and it's actually very timely. The Death card comes out when it's also time for a rebirth as well. Okay, so it's always a timely thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But because there has been hesitation on somebody's end to close the chapter, the World card in reverse means somebody who cannot let go and get some closure in an area. When it's on its side, it's kind of waffling, like there's not full closure. There's some funny analogies popping up in my head. So it's like this is getting forced to close. And it might seem abrupt or sudden to somebody else. For a few Pisces out there, you might be on the receiving side of it because roles can be reversed. King of Wands. What is this King of Wands for Pisces? A brand new journey, what you don't see coming, Piscean energy all over this with the Moon card. I think Pisces, you know that a new beginning that is going to be entirely fresh and needed is around the corner, even though you don't have the proof yet. Your intuition is telling you, keep going, hold the vision and keep going. And in fact, rather than waffling in doubt or fear, you know the fears are there, sure. With the Moon card, they're nearby because it represents the subconscious and what we can't see. And naturally, as human beings, we fear some of those things. But it's kind of like, yeah, I know it comes with it, but I think your energy is being represented by the King of Wands. I think you're steering straight ahead, and instead of waffling back and forth or being in doubt, I think you're actually getting more confident that this new beginning is just a matter of time. What's this Knight of Cups in reverse for my Pisces? Knight of Cups in reverse can sometimes be a flaky energy. What I can tell you is I think that if this Knight of Cups is resonating with you, I have a message about them. And this, they're entering kind of a long, dark night of the soul, and it's a good thing for them. But there's been something that they're holding on to, and I have a feeling that it's this closure that they've been not willing to get. And it's wearing them down, it's wearing them out, but they're finally graduating from the 9 to the 10 of Wands, which is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, because what's been going on is they lost their way a while ago. The High Priestess card came out, I think on its side. If not on its side, then it was in reverse. I remember that. So that means that they've been misaligned with their intuition for a while. And the reason they're coming out as Knight of Cups in reverse is because I don't think they were never going to be able to follow through on what they desired. Now, for what reason, I don't know, but they weren't intentionally weaving lies or being untruthful, but they were pulling the wool in front of their own eyes. So it wasn't deceitful. It was that they lost their way a while ago. They're not following their intuition. And there could be a slew of reasons. We all do that, right? At some point in our lives, and we can feel because things aren't flowing, things don't feel quite right in our bodies. So that's what's going on. It's for them. Meanwhile, we have Queen of Swords in reverse, who is bitch, oftentimes when she needs to be. Let's get a new deck of cards, Pisces. Not that one. That felt weird. Gotta feel good. This feels good. Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse. I think this has been you. Oh my gosh, here you are. Yeah, it is you. This one came out with the King of Wands. You keep getting more confident as you go into the dark of the unknown. And full card again with the Queen of Swords in reverse. You might have lashed out. You might be just very unemotional or frank. But it's because you know you're holding in a new light with a lot of respect what you throw your time and effort into. And you've come to a place, a fork in the road, with all of that time and effort, where you've realized that this is not going to give you anything. This is not going to give you what you need. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's like it's always going to be hanging right above your head, and you could spend your whole life working for it. Just like the carrot. This is a dangling carrot, and you're recognizing it. And for some of you guys, you're pissed off. You want this. You want to start fresh. 2026, here we come, baby. So, Page of Swords in reverse. What is this? You don't care what they're saying behind your back, and the worst voice is probably going to be your own in your head. And I think that don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just saying that. Because you've got an interesting thing. You've got sometimes a voice that pops in your head that's really self-limiting. And it says, you can't do it like that. Or that's never going to happen. Da, da, da. And to know, the important thing to know about the Eight of Swords is this is sometimes our brain's way of just keeping us safe, right? Lowering expectations. Keeping that ceiling real low. But guess who is there to kind of raise the ceiling or break through it is the High Priestess. So this is probably the biggest challenge in your reading, actually, is to block out any voices that are shallow, like there's no roots to them. And focus on where your heart is leading you. And let me give you an example of what I mean by there's no roots to them. A line of questioning that you could put yourself through whenever a voice pops up in your head, yours or somebody else's, that says, oh, Pisces, meh, 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 is follow it. Follow it down to its roots. Okay, well, why would it say that? And how plausible is that? And da, 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 and you'll realize very quickly that the roots are shallow, that it has none, that it's just a spin-off of the brain doing its shitty little thing sometimes. And that this is much deeper. Keep following your intuition, boo. Lastly, what do we have? Seven of Cups. You're getting massive clarity. I think somebody's coming forward to talk to you. What is this? You're getting a massive clarity. Until this conversation occurs, there's like a realization in this. Wow, what a wild twist. Until this occurs, things are just kind of swimming. Like possibilities. Maybe that shallow talk. I feel like you're being contacted with news. You're going to be going into a self-reflective period. Tell me more about Pisces. And that's going to let you fully let this go. There's a timeline that it just laid out. And so then we have our proper death. I think you bring along the Ten of Swords to rush this, to be like, hey, this is done, because you know that the death card, the rebirth card, it's just a matter of time. And so why push anything out, or why draw it out. And some feelings could get hurt in the meantime, but like Pisces, you can see what's around the corner and you need this new start. You need it for yourself, because you can't be chasing a carrot for any longer. You can't. But the truth is, we don't get to always make up our mind how things play out or how they unfold. There seems to be, the universe seems to have a plan for you. As far as getting this closure, it's not just as simple as you deciding to get it, because that is some of it, right? But it seems that there's a final conversation, there's like final clarity that is achieved, and then you get your closure. What do we need to know though about this individual, this Knight of Swords coming towards Pisces? I think that they want a sense of justice, that maybe they feel things are unfair. And at the end of the day, you're still going to draw those boundaries, the Queen of Swords, this time though upright. So the same boundaries with less lash. You know, this is the Justice card on its side. The Knight of Swords is going to try to communicate with you to get their closure, or to explain their side of things, or maybe let you know that it was harsh, or maybe guilt trip you a little bit. But, you know, allow yourself, if it feels right, of course, don't ever throw your power away to tarot if it doesn't feel right. But tarot is suggesting that there is a nugget of clarity in there that is worth taking in, and it's going to allow you to get a proper closure. And it's going to turn you inward in the Hermit, in the sense that like you're going to be going on, you're going to be now acting from your intuition, like cleanly. Like you're going to be able to still be Queen of Swords, and you can hold your boundaries and deliver the facts, because this is, you are coming through your own reading, very unemotional. Most likely, if we jogged back a couple readings ago, you were probably all cups at one point leading you here. And we get to this point when we're worn out. We get to this point when we have no other options. And I think you need that fresh start. But this is about getting healthy closure for both of you guys. And so you're holding strong though. I hope this is helpful for you guys. Say hi in the comments section. Let me know if you like these all sign readings. And if you want a little music, I have made you a music channel. And the link is in the description box below. Enjoy it. It's all calming and relaxing. You probably need it after this reading. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.